Oh, Lord. All right. So let's do this, right? So I'm at my house today, not on a boat, because I can be, right? So I think a lot of people, after seeing posts or comments that I make to people, I come across as kind of a jerk, right? Sometimes. But it's only because I hate to see good people get talked about or treated poorly, right? Sorry, I walk around. Um, So here's the deal. If you know me, if you took time to know me, I'm probably one of the nicest guys and one of the most willing guys to help in the Charleston Harbor. But I do want to make a comment, and I'll put this on Boat Life Charleston and Boating Charleston, whatever. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Just listen, though. God gave you two ears and one mouth for a reason, okay? So I'm going to calm myself down and I'm going to try to explain something to the COI people who just cannot stand or have misinformation about the bareboat deal, right? I actually run COI vessels for my friends, and I do bareboating as well. So here's what happens, right? I ran dealership body shops, and I hated my job. I hated it. I made more money than anybody could make, right? I just hated it though. Look, I lost all my hair. It's going gray, right? So I knew how to drive a boat and I knew how to run a body shop, okay? So I said, I had a boat and I was taking people out on trips, six pack, right? I didn't even have a master's yet. And I noticed that nobody's upset getting off a boat. Everybody's happy. And that's really what I wanted to do, right? Was just make people happy. So I thought, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to go to the Miami Boat Show. I'm going to find me a COI vessel and I'm going to start running charters in Charleston. Well, on the way, I was with Bob Arnett and we were talking, hey man, this is a big step. We get to Miami and when we get there, we go to Bayside and we see all these boats going out of there. And one guy's talking about a bareboat. Now that caught my ear because I'd already heard in C school when somebody asked in C school, what about bareboating? And the instructor said, stay away from that, right? So now I'm like, So this guy is telling me about bareboating in Miami. Now I've went down there to get a COI vessel so that I can run trips. He explains to me what's going on. I changed my mind, right? Here's why. If you're a COI guy and you're not happy with what you do, if you just want to hate on other people or not try and help the captain community here in Charleston, then go find another job. I mean, look, I can do trips for free if I want to because I don't need the money. I could sit here in my backyard on my porch every day and not care. My license can be taken tomorrow or I can surrender it. And I can just sit here and watch Jerry Springer and all the stuff that goes down on social media and compare the two, right? But back to what I'm telling you, okay? So here's the deal. I go down there, I'm like, well, why would I want to buy a COI vessel if I'm going to have to go through all this? But this guy was just telling me about bareboating. So I am very analytical. I want to find out why things are. Before I go talking, I look it up, I find out, but I don't go to one source of data, right? Because that data is only as good as what it has, right? So you go to different ones. So now I start just looking up and investigating, and I want to know all about what is this bareboat thing, right? So I get back to Charleston, did not buy a COI boat, because here's what I found, okay? I can run this guy's boat for him, get paid, and go home, okay? I don't have a slip payment. I don't have a boat payment. I do pay for insurance for myself, though. When I get on somebody's boat, I am insured, and it insures that boat as well. I had to pay extra for that, but I do that for boat owners. So why would I go spend and jump through the hoops of the government when I can just bareboat and not have to deal with it? I just think, right? I'm not going to hate on COI guys because they COI and I'm a boat or a bareboat guy, right? Now, all these comments, you're skirting the law, you're doing something unethical. Listen, you knucklehead. And I say knucklehead as a term of endearment because I care about you, okay? Think, all right? Think about it. These laws are made up of the same government that says I have to wear a seatbelt in my truck or I'm going to get a ticket, but I can ride a motorcycle and not wear a helmet. Dumb, right? That's dumb. The same lawmakers that are making these stupid laws are making dumb laws for everybody, but don't get upset about it, right? So I see the writing on the wall and I'm like, I'm just going to be a bareboat guy, right? Now, to answer your question about there's no such thing as a 12 pack. Yes, there is. Secondly, bareboating's never going to go away. And for all you COI guys that are out there who are going, they need to get rid of this, they need to get rid of this. If they get rid of bareboating, you're done. Here's why. Do you think it's easy, right? I always learned follow the money, follow the money, follow the money, right? So here's why you're done. Because these bachelorettes, they want to do a bachelorette party. Second largest bachelorette destination in the country is Charleston, South Carolina, okay? They call first and they get a boat. I get so many messages every day personally that says, can you run us on a boat? And I go, what day? And they go, we don't care. You tell us what day, then we'll work around you, okay? So if that's happening, and the COI guys, the whatever, 3, 4, maybe 5 companies that do the booze cruises or whatever they do. I'm not talking about fishing guys here. I love all you fishing guys. Y'all are on your own. But the booze cruise thing, right? So that little group of COI vessels can't handle all of these bachelorettes, right? They just can't. So now the city, all the good old boys with all the big money, the hotels, the restaurants, Ubers, whatever you want to say, all the income that bachelorettes bring to this city of Charleston, right? They're going to go find somebody else, right? Or somewhere else to go because they can't get a boat to get on. Do you think those guys that own those hotels are going to allow this to all go away because Party Cat is not making enough money or this guy's not making enough money? No, they don't care about you. This is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than all of us in this harbor put together. Let's do this. Let's follow the money again. You got boat manufacturers making boats. You got either a smart salesman at a dealership or one of these very inquisitive higher ups at a boat manufacturer. And they say, how can we sell boats? Well, the salesman starts telling John Smith, well, you can just bareboat it, buddy. John Smith wants this boat so bad, he can't stand it. He tells the salesman, man, my wife will kill me. I don't know how we're going to pay for this. The salesman has been told by his higher ups, you need to sell boats. That salesman's livelihood is based off a commission, just like a car dealer, right? So what's this guy going to do? John, go home and tell your wife about this thing. And he hands them bareboating. You could run 2 of these trips a month, man, and it's going to pay for your boat for you, man. You can afford this boat. Go tell your wife. John had no idea what bareboating was. He was just taught by a dealer about what bareboating was, right? Exactly. Now, you don't want a 12 pack. Everybody goes, oh, well, they're moving to 12 pack and oh, they're not going to do that. You don't want that because then it's going to be the Wild West, right? Everybody's going to be running charters and it's a 12 pack, right? Just like a 6 pack. Now I can put 12. I'm good to go. At least you got guys like me that follow the rules. I'm very safe. I always have my paperwork together. I'm counting life jackets on a boat that I was just on yesterday because I want to make sure nobody stole one, or if something goes down, everybody's going to be safe. This is the guy you want on that boat to be safe, right? Now, again, I may come across as a jerk, but I'm not. I'm really a nice guy. Follow the money. The next thing is marketing and money, right? You got Boat Setter, you got Get My Boat. Those 2 people alone are bigger than all of us here in Charleston. You're not going to outrun cubic dollars. It's just impossible. Never going to happen. You want to throw money at laws, they're going to throw money right back at it, and you'll never outrun them. So why are we fighting over this, right? Just join them, right? I had a guy who's got a COI vessel, and he had the Coast Guard inspecting it. The guy comes up and he's like, the new guy, he says, well, your railing is an inch or a half inch short. Well, the guy that I'm standing there with that owns the skiff, he looks at him like, and tries to explain to him, I've had this boat inspected for 13 years. You're the first guy that has ever said anything about that, right? So what do? I look at this guy who's my friend and I go, screw him. You don't have to COI this thing. We'll just run it as a bareboat. You don't ever run this thing anyway. So why do we need to do this? I thought he was going to punch me in the mouth, but he then turned around and said, man, get out of here. So I walked up to the top of the dock. 10 minutes go by. He comes up there past the Coast Guard guy and says, man, I love you. Soon as that guy put it together that I can just bareboat this thing, he went, uh-oh. And he goes, yeah, that's probably okay, right? We didn't make the bareboat laws, y'all. We didn't. We just figured it out, right? Don't be mad. Just think about it, right? So now we've got marketing and money, right? You don't think these boat manufacturers are throwing some stuff at Get My Boat, Boat Setter, these dealers giving them incentives to sell boats? They figured it out how to sell boats. So we didn't make the rules. We're just playing by them, okay? Now, the next thing is, the reason you'll never get rid of it, is for liability. When your buddy or your wife says, what do you want for dinner tonight, honey? Or where do you want to go? Doesn't matter to me. Because you don't want to make the decision. You don't want to do it. Something that simple. You're just like, it doesn't matter, because you don't want the liability of that restaurant being no good or whatever, right? That's just a small example, okay? So if I'm the Coast Guard or somebody in a government branch, I want all the liability off of me that I can get, right? Because the government's got some serious problems right now, okay? So Coast Guard goes down to your COI'd vessel. They inspect it. 2 weeks later, something happens, and I don't care what it is, but a lot of things happen. We know that out there. Now your railing is loose, okay? This is just hypothetical. You have another trip, get on, 2 weeks later now. That girl or that guy falls over because the railing was loose, okay? Now they want to sue you, okay? Well, the attorney doesn't want to sue you because I don't really think that any of our charter companies here in Charleston have enough money for a lawyer. Who does he want? He's going to follow the man with the most money. So he's going to say, wait a minute, were you on a COI'd vessel? And that person's going to say, I think so. And he's going to go, we're going to sue the Coast Guard. Because the Coast Guard, they're the ones that inspected it and said it was safe. So let's go after the Coast Guard because they want the biggest money. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying this is how my brain works, right? I'm not a businessman. My brain just works like it. I was very successful in the body shop business. And as you all can see, I'm very successful at being a bareboat and COI captain. I have so many COI friends that I will do anything in the world for. I have so many bareboat friends that I will do anything in the world for. What you need to do is make sure you know what you're talking about. And then if you don't, if you don't, call me. I'm not saying I'm the end all tell all. All that gatekeeper stuff of Charleston and Yacht Daddy that all started as a joke and then kind of took its life of its own because I thought if I'm going to know this and people are calling me, asking me to go to lunch, please teach me bareboating. What do I need to do? What do I not need to do? I figured if people are asking me and buying my lunch, the least I can do is spend a little money and go spend time with a maritime attorney. I spent 2 days with a maritime attorney, paying him for his time, for him to teach me everything I need to know about bareboating. So the whole Yacht Daddy's the gatekeeper and all this kind of stuff, that's a joke, okay? Let's put all that stuff aside. I'm here to help you. There are 2 companies in this Charleston Harbor, and you know who you are, that I will never help you, ever, because you're just despicable people, okay? But anybody else who is a COI company, has a COI boat, and you want help, I am here to help you. And I'm not telling you I know it all. I'm just telling you I can help you. I promise. So I love you all. I don't want you to hate. I don't want to hate. I know I've said some things in some comments that probably aren't right, but hey, if you get past all my bachelorette videos and all that good stuff, you'll have fun and you'll see I'm a nice guy, right? So y'all have a wonderful day. I just wanted to clear that up. Bareboat's not going anywhere. You COI guys don't want it to go anywhere because then the bachelorettes, but I'll let you in on a little secret, right? Bachelorettes are getting ready to leave here now anyway. The new destination for bachelorettes is in Arizona. From what I've been researching, it's like San Juan and some other San something in Arkansas or Arizona. I'm sorry. That's where the trend is starting to go. So if you haven't diversified your COI business to do, whatever it may be, harbor tours, history tours, sunset tours, come up with something exciting to set yourself apart from everybody else to get business. Don't hate on everybody else. Just come up with something new, right? I'll help you. But I think if you've put all your eggs in the bachelorette party basket, I don't really know, and I'm not hating on you, I don't know how long you're going to be subsistent, right? Because they're going to move on because young people's attention span is about that big. So it'll be Charleston for a little while. So if you have a COI vessel and you want to stay doing what you're doing and having fun, then diversify your business. Do other things besides bachelorettes. And I think you'll be here after the bachelorettes are gone. Unfortunately, in my opinion, when you name your business Party Cat, it's kind of hard to diversify what you do, right? So I don't know how long that's going to be here. And for all my friends that work over there, I actually love them. But that's just my opinion, okay? I'm going to break this up into probably 4 or 5 videos because it's pretty long, right? But just go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one, you'll get to this part. But I'm here to help. I promise you, I will not steer you wrong. I won't hate on you. But make sure you don't listen to your buddy who just talks like he knows it all and tells you something and you believe it. Don't do that. ChatGPT is so easy to use. I'm not telling you to go by that, but if somebody tells you something and it doesn't really sound that right, ChatGPT it. You can break that thing all the way down however you want to do, right? But listen, again, I love you all. I'm rambling at this point, and I got bachelorette videos to make, right? So I just wanted to set the record straight. I love all the COI guys. Fishing guys, I love all of you, so you're out of this. But I love all of you, except for 2. And I'll help you all, however you want to do it. But bareboating's not going anywhere because of liability. Coast Guard, the government, nobody wants the liability to get sued because they inspected a boat and an attorney can go, well, they inspected it, let's sue them. They don't want that. So that's why that's not going to stop. 12 packs are real. I promise you they're real. I've held them in my hand. So it is real. And secondly, none of us here, even if we all got our money together, we can't fight the money. We can't outrun cubic dollars. And the tourism business here in Charleston is not going to let all these bachelorettes go away because we're going to stop bareboating and just let COI companies do it because y'all can't handle all of the business. Not talking bad about you, it's just impossible. There's too many girls and not enough boats, right? So we're here to help as well. We're all going to make money. There's plenty of money to be made out there. So I'm here to help you, okay? I guess that's it for right now, right? Like I say, I'll break this up. Like it if you want to. Don't like it if you don't. I don't care. I don't even need this to be a boat captain. And if that one company that I don't like keeps it up with me and pushes the wrong button, I think I'm probably going to start running trips for free because I don't need to do it for the money. I got plenty of money. I live beautifully. So I might do it for free and just say, hey, if you booked your trip with that charter, cancel that trip, book with me, and I'll run you for free. How about that? just so that I can get back at them because I don't like them and they're despicable people. But hey, we're all happy, right? So let's stay positive, smile, love y'all. I'm here to help.